Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 61st episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the first episode of Season 2, titled The Mutiny Part 1. We begin this episode at a dirt track in the desert, where our heroes plus a lot of extras and Bulk and Skull are all participating in an ATV race to benefit a children's hospital. And what's this? Billy isn't wearing his glasses? Jason has an earring in? Who gave them the right? On the moon, Rita looks to get the Rangers when all of a sudden the entire moon starts to have a lightning storm around it, and Goldar says that this must mean that Lord Zed has returned. Dun dun dun! The Rangers start the race in what is supposed to be a cool racing montage that falls pretty flat. Anyways, on the moon, Lord Zed appears and he says that Rita has failed the mission that's been assigned to her as he teleports into the palace, and apparently he's shown up in the chamber of his own command. A lightning strike freaks the Ranger teens out enough to have them pull off and discuss that they need to keep a close eye on their communicators just in case. We now see Lord Zed's chamber of command where Goldar walks in bowing, while Babu and Squat watch on before teleporting away. Then Lord Zed himself appears in his throne and turns around. And he is creepy. There's fluid going through tubes on his body, exposed skin, and he has a snake that he just turns into a staff. He doesn't even remember Goldar, which is hilarious, but he likes him enough to give him back his wings, which apparently Goldar had been missing this entire time. Then Zed looks out on Earth to see where the Rangers are when Rita comes in, begging for forgiveness. In the command center, Alpha and Zordon scan the galaxy as the alarms go off. The team's communicators go off and they pull over to talk to Zordon, telling them to get to the command center ASAP. They teleport to the command center to be told by Zordon that Lord Zed has returned. And the Rangers are a bit taken aback by how Zordon never told them about this Lord Zed dude. Apparently, he's been ruling other areas this entire time, and now that Rita has failed so many times, he's shown up to finish the job. Goldar suggests that the evil crew send down putties, and Lord Zed makes fun of him, and then creates putties of his own without black stripes and a big Z on their chest. I mean, I don't see the point of him making fun of Goldar then. Bulk and Skull end up in a tree because they got distracted by lightning because they're idiots. Their four-wheelers are totaled, so they plan to use the map to make it to the finish line by foot. Rita begs once more for another chance, and Zed responds by stripping her of her powers and having putties bring out her dumpster, and then he shrinks her to a very miniature size. Then she gets shoved into the dumpster by Goldar, and then the putties just toss her out into space. That's one hell of a performance review, huh? Lord Zed decides to send down his own putties, who show up in front of Bulk and Skull, who immediately panic. Alpha sees this and the Rangers morph to protect Bulk and Skull. Bulk and Skull sing praises to the Power Rangers while the Rangers fight the putties as best they can, but nothing seems to be working. Then, of course, Tommy's powers start to fail him and he gets thrown through the air by two putties. I really like these ones better than the other ones. Jason saves Tommy and he hits the Z in the center of the putty's chest and it causes it to explode. Turns out this is a self-destruct button. The Rangers utilize this weak spot to defeat all the putties easily before they teleport back to the command center. Bulk and Skull are in awe of the Power Rangers, and they don't think anyone will believe that they saw the Rangers, but they want to figure out who they are. At the command center, the Rangers are worried about what Lord Zed has in store for them next, and Zach has a great line that's like, "I have a feeling that it ain't Pudgy Pig." Lord Zed decides to create a monster of his own, and he turns a piranha into a monster named Piranha's Head for some reason. Why would there be a piranha in Angel Grove? Everyone except for Tommy goes to fight the new monster because Tommy's powers suck. In the city, Piranha's Head blows up some buildings and the Rangers start to panic a bit before they call out their dinosaurs. Which is a bad idea because Piranha's Head actually just uses his flu weapon thing to freeze the Zords in their tracks. Like, even the pterodactyl somehow. To be continued. This is an amazing opening to the new season. We've already got a brand new villain who, in 20 minutes or so, has become more threatening than Rita ever was. Not only that, but we didn't even have to see the youth center for once. It's like they actually spent money on this episode and it shows. I'm so happy to see this change in pace from season 1, even if it does feel weird and different from the first season. Will next time continue to be just as good? Who knows, but until then, may the power protect you.